Did y'all know, by the way, that Cassie was supposed to go on tour in 2023? I don't follow Cassie like that. I really wouldn't follow her as an artist. And so I wouldn't know really, I didn't know nothing about Cassie going on tour in 2023. But earlier today, or yesterday or whatever, it was yesterday, I was looking at Cassie's Instagram, looking for some videos and stuff, and here is her rehearsing for that tour. She got the baby. It looks like Alex was even training them. I had no idea that she was doing all of this stuff. No idea. So, yeah, no idea. Now, I don't think it would have been what's it called? A solo tour. It probably would have been something like what Omarion is doing. What do they call it? I can't remember because I don't really pay attention to them either. But it would have been something like that where it would have been several artists, because Cassie, she's not, you know, a strong enough artist to do a tour on by her own. And apparently this tour was supposed to be in Australia. What they call that tour, y'all? The tour on Marion and B2K and Bow Wow. What's it called? I don't know. So, yo, Cassie is so beautiful. I was just earlier today, I was like editing videos and stuff like that and putting her stuff in. Like, she is so beautiful. Like, look at this picture. Like, what? Mind you, this is after she's given birth. Like, yes, thank you. Millennium Tour. It's called the Millennium Tour, child. She is literally so beautiful. She actually even did a campaign for Kim Kardashian for Skims. Anyway, all irrelevant. But going back to, because I'm getting off my point when I was talking about what I was just saying about her texting Diddy all the way up until 2020. That is a little concerning, no shade. And I really want to focus in on this stuff when it comes to leaving abusive relationships. Look at this photo right here. Like, this is just beautiful. Wow. Wow. When it comes to leaving toxic relationships, right? We probably all have that one person that if they call, I'm picking up the phone. I could tell you right now that there's that one person that I would do that for. However, that is to like the extent that we're going to have any contact, because we don't need to have any contact outside of that. However, I think as women especially, like, we like closure, like we like talking about things and ending things, but like, like guys are like whatever or whatever. Men, let me know how y'all feel about that. But so my point is that you have to be strong enough. So let's rewind back just a tad bit to 2018 when she is trying to move on from Diddy. They're on a break and she begins to date Alex. But that was when they have their conversation on closure, and then Diddy takes her in the living room. And not only does that happen, while Alex is FaceTiming her, she meets up with Diddy again for the last time and they have consensual sex. And so that represents that point in a breakup where Cassie, she needed to be stronger. Like, you have your weak moments and stuff like that, and you have to really track your progress to understand, like, when you're strong enough to, not re-engage, and how far you're going to take it, knowing where you're going to stop. However, Diddy is a person where you don't have a lot of agency in that situation. He's someone where you really got to limit the communication. Because clearly you meeting up to have closure and he got something else on his mind, especially because while they were having dinner, he's being nice. He's being charming. He's being real nice to her. She feeling good, as in, oh yeah, we gonna be good. And then he R-words her in her living room right after that. He is somebody that you have to have very, very strict boundaries with. So my point is that as women, as anybody, when you're in relationships and you're going through your breakup and stuff like that, you have to get to a point where you know that if you come into contact with this person again, how far you're willing to take it. Yes, we are going to have our weak moments, but you need to always like prioritize yourself, because it may feel good in the moment. Child, I shouldn't let him hit, but like, I still want to. But it's like, And I'm clearly, this is not to boast or anything, but I have to recognize that I do have, more like self-respect and self-worth than most people, most women. And I'm not saying that as a blanket statement, because I have my struggles too. I have to get to a point where I'm like, yo, even if da 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 da, you're not doing X, Y, and Z, because you already know how it's gonna go. We want our satisfaction in the moment. We may want to have sex in the moment. They may be the best that we ever had when it comes to that. But you have to know that after that moment, you are going to be the one in bed by yourself crying, because at the end of the day, he doesn't want you, he doesn't value you, and he doesn't love you. And he used you once again. And not only did he use you, but you let it happen. You are putting him over the amount of respect that you have for yourself. And that's what y'all need, like we all need, to get to that moment. That's how I think about things that really saves me from making dumb decisions, is like, because especially when you work on yourself and you go to therapy, that's how therapists be framing shit. Oh, well, I did this. Well, how long are you going to continue to put him before yourself? And I'm sorry, but when somebody put it to me like that, it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of embarrassing that you going to put somebody who don't give a fuck about you before yourself. And it takes me a while to get there, but bitch, when I get there, I ain't coming back. And Cassie, she was stuck. She really does need, like a lot of work on herself, like seriously. And she admitted that, like she admitted that, because I was, once again, so I'm scrolling her Instagram like last night, just looking at things that she's been doing, and look at this. Oh no, let's go to her real section. And she did this thing. You're gonna see it like in my upcoming videos. But
I am a mother, wife, daughter, sister, and friend. I am an introvert. I'm content when I'm with my family. I love them hard. I am an overthinker that is constantly trying to stop thinking. I've lived many lives and learned many lessons. The greatest lesson was learning to love myself.
Pause. Okay. She says the greatest lesson was her learning to love herself. So she admits, and once again, like um the most important thing is to admit that you have a problem. And she's someone who clearly was afraid of being alone. And even though that she's moved on into something healthy and she's married now, it's important to know how to function alone. It's important to know how to be single. But even through the healing that Cassie has done thus far, she's still never been single. No shade, never really been single. She's always been in relationship to relationship to relationship. So I just really hope for her continued healing and stuff. But yeah, just always remember, guys, to put yourself first, to put your self-respect over anybody else. Just remember that when you're thinking about making a dumb decision, remember that that person don't care about you. And just, think about how embarrassing it could feel for someone to bring that up and say that to your face. So you're going to put somebody else before yourself, child. That may be why I could come off as whatever you want to call it. But child, I only need somebody to tell me that one time, okay? And I promise you, well, I can't promise you, child, because I still make mistakes. But that one, I don't think I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna make it again. All right. And thank you. So thank you to everyone, for coming to my TED Talk. And that's all I have to say for now. And as always, I want you guys to, just take some time away from all of this stuff. You will see me drop things on YouTube. So, be on the lookout for that. My heart and my thoughts is, of course, with Cassie, all of the survivors that's affiliated with this situation, and just in general around the world. If you or somebody has been through this, something like this, just know that y'all are not alone. Please go out to get help. There is somebody who cares about you. There is somebody who will listen. There is somebody waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. Like, I promise you, do not go through this alone.